Hello, my miracles. Welcome back to my channel. It is Movie Review Monday, and I'm going to talk to you about a film that I recently watched that has completely irritated the crap out of me. So the film I'm talking about is available on Netflix, Fear Street, Prom Queen. Now, I am and always will be an R.L. Stine fan. You guys know this. And when I saw that they were doing another Fear Street, I was like, yes, sign me up. I waited for it to be released, and this film irritated me on so many levels. I can't even begin. Okay. Calm down. It's just a film. Okay. And I did look online, and it's receiving very negative reviews, which it's deserving. So this is the original R.L. Stine Fear Street, The Prom Queen book. Okay. This is a paperback book. I love the illustrations, always have, always will. And I have read this book many times growing up. Why on God's green earth didn't they follow this? Why? I don't understand it. And I think that's what irritates me the most. So here's the story. It's 1988. We follow Lori Granger. She's basically an outcast because of her family history. And there is, shockingly, a mean girl group that they're called the Wolf Pack. And they're led by the mean girl, Tiffany Faulkner. Anyway, so Lori has always been the target for bullying. And she shocks everybody and signs up to be a prom queen candidate. Everybody's like, yeah, she's never gonna be prom queen, yada yada. So the candidates have all been selected. And I do want to mention that Chris Klein is in this film, which I really like Chris Klein. And he is a teacher. Well, he's the father of Tiffany, the mean girl. And I don't know what or who told Chris Klein to act like a complete buffoon and an idiot, but his character was way over the top, stupid, and just, I was really disappointed. When I saw him, I was like, yes. And then when he was acting as the character, no. So, as I said, the candidates have been selected. Well, the first candidate gets murdered, and the person that murders her is wearing a red rain slicker and a face mask. How original. So as you may have guessed, one by one, each of the candidates for prom queen are being murdered. And I do want to insert this. There are films out there that try so hard to make it look like the 80s. This film, to me, failed completely. I grew up in the 80s. And also, I want to insert something else. There's a scene with this couple. This girl is a prom queen candidate. Of course, she ends up murdered. And this couple, the guy takes her down to the basement and gives her this necklace. I'm going to try to insert a picture of this guy's hairstyle. He barely has any hair to put into a ponytail, right? But he puts it in a satin scrunchie. A satin scrunchie. As I said, I grew up in the 80s. If any guy in high school wore a satin scrunchie, you would find them being beat up outside of the school. No guy would be caught wearing a satin scrunchie. Why? It's the little things. I think it's the little things that really irritate me about a film that is supposed to be based on something from my childhood. Don't mess with my childhood. So now we're at the prom, and all of the prom queen candidates are supposed to go up on stage and introduce themselves. Lori goes up there, and by the way, her character is so irritatingly weak. It's unacceptable. I'm sorry. No. So they go up on the stage, and Lori steps up to introduce herself, and all of the other prom candidates, which are basically the wolf pack, come out in these American flag bathing suits and do this like dance routine. You know, like on Mean Girls where they do the dance routine. That's where it felt like they were trying to pull from. It was kind of like unnecessary and, no offense, stupid. Another scene that really irritated me was Tiffany had backed Lori into kind of like a corner and was like saying really vile and vicious things to her. And Lori was just kind of like standing there like a little mouse, all wimpy. I just irritated. That's one word that stands out from this film. Irritation. So after that bullying scene, Lori goes into the bathroom and puts makeup on, like cat eye makeup, and like, oh, you put makeup on, so she walks out and now she's brave and strong just because she put on some lipstick and eyeliner. And then she goes into this dance scene with Tiffany, and it's so stupid. And they're dancing to Gloria. Was that necessary? Like, and the dancing was just, were they trying to steal the dance scene from Wednesday? I don't know. It felt like they were trying to pull from different films, like such as Some Kind of Wonderful, Pretty in Pink. Once again, I forgot to mention, Lori has a best friend. Her name is Megan. And there are insinuations that Megan has feelings more than friendship for Lori. I didn't appreciate that. No. Another thing is there is an insane amount of cussing. Like the F word is dropped continuously. R.L. Stine was not that way in his writing. Also a ton of drug use. Were they desperate? Did they just not know how to communicate without using the F word? I mean, I understand that a lot of these films lately have to have cuss words. In my opinion, they don't. But this was a way too over the top. And the drug use was ridiculous. Like, I want to find in his book, I'm going to reread this book. I'm going to find in his book if there's any cuss words and if there's any drug use, because off the charts ridiculous. Kill scenes were boring, not inventive whatsoever. I mean, imagination, is it gone? All in all, this film is embarrassing. And it should never have the title of Fear Street. This is extreme, and this may be like, oh, get over it, it's just a film. Yeah, well, what if someone redid your favorite film, and like your favorite film from your childhood, or took one of your favorite books and redid it and completely butchered it? How would you feel? I don't know. Go ahead and watch it, but it is a waste of your time. Okay, sorry to be so negative. I hope you liked this video. If you did, click that like button. If you are not a miracle and want to be, hear me ranting all the time, click that subscribe button. Watch a miracle happen. I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.